At the time of this video, we are only 5 episodes into Dexter Original Sin, and I'm asking myself not only where is Captain Thomas Matthews, which I could make an entire other video about, but also, where is Evelyn Vogel? In the final season of Dexter, we're introduced to Evelyn Vogel, who is a neuropsychiatrist and deals in trying to help young psychopaths.
Evelyn is a neuropsychiatrist.
This season delves deep into the past and into how Dexter was molded into who he is over the course of several years by Harry and Evelyn after them coming together to create the code. Harry has already established the code to Dexter and brings it up many times in just the first 5 episodes of Original Sin.
You taught me the code to help me channel my urges. What's the point if I can't even use it?
I stuck to Dad's code to never get caught.
What is the first goddamn rule of the code?
Don't get caught.
The bullets matched. The code had been satisfied.
I was thinking I needed to find proof that Tony fit the code. Like you taught me to. You're not gonna find anything. I followed the code. The code you taught me. This was an accident.
An accident means you didn't think through all the possibilities.
But it's weird because Original Sin is clearly just trying to cover 20-year-old Dexter and him getting into his routine killing, along with flashbacks of 3-year-old Dexter as we see him be a bystander to the story of Harry and his real mom's drug bust plan and affair, eventually leading to her death, which forces Harry to adopt Dexter and of course making Dexter become a quote-unquote psycho killer. However, the Evelyn Vogel stuff in Dexter's past takes place over the course of several years, ranging from when Dexter's 10 years old and curious about dead bodies, which we see Harry explaining on a tape in episode 2, which funny enough is an episode directed by Dexter's actor himself, Michael C. Hall. But anyways, Harry in the tape is explaining how Dexter's asking to be taken to crime scenes to see dead bodies and that he seemed mesmerized by it.
2 weeks ago you told me that your son Dexter had asked to see the actual scene of a homicide. You also said that you opposed this request.
Yes, because he's only 10 years old.
So why are you here today?
He kept asking and asking. So I decided to give him what he wanted, and it didn't seem to faze Dexter.
And he wasn't bothered at all?
If anything, he was fascinated.
He also goes on in the tape to show off and also establish that Dexter collected trophies even early on as a little kid from people he didn't even kill, showing off a bloody piece of glass that Dexter took from the crime scene as a token towards who he wanted to be, which is the reason for Harry coming to Evelyn for her psychological evaluation of Dexter in the first place, in which she assures Harry that Dexter is indeed a psychopath and will become a serial killer. However, considering this tape of Harry saying Dexter tried collecting trophies even as a 10-year-old kid, it just does not add up with Original Sin. Dexter in the first episode of Original Sin kills his first victim, Nurse Mary, the woman who tried killing Harry in the hospital, and ends up taking her earrings as a trophy. This being his first trophy ever for a person he'd actually killed and not a trophy of someone from a random crime scene when he was younger. Harry was already aware of this urge to collect trophies when Dexter was young, hence why he took the problem to Evelyn. But later on in episode 3 of Original Sin, Dexter discovers those earrings being worn by Deborah's friend after Deb took them from his room and gave them to her. And this leads to him internally freaking out and telling Harry that the earrings Deborah's friend is wearing are the ones he took from Nurse Mary as a way to remember the kill. And this is the moment that doesn't add up. After telling Harry this, Harry gets physically and verbally angry and upset, saying in a sort of realization,
Oh my God. They're trophies. That's sick.
He leans back on the wall looking defeated as he goes on about how the code and everything they do is in order for Dexter not to become like the people he kills. Now okay, I can kind of understand the point of view that maybe the thing when he was 10 years old did still happen and that Harry's getting upset about it because collecting a trophy of someone you actually killed is much more concerning and sadistic. But I just don't know, the way they portray it makes it seem as if this is something like new, making it way more surprising for Harry, which would explain his reaction. Like I said, it could be that he knows of the taking a trophy as a 10-year-old thing, but it wasn't the same because the trophy was from a random crime scene of a random dead person, and the trophy just showed interest in death or whatever. Anyway, I got off topic from Evelyn for a bit, but after watching the tape, Evelyn Vogel tells Dexter that once killing animals wasn't enough, her and Harry decided that Dexter could move on to a different kind of animal, which led to the creation of the code.
Eventually we realized that hunting animals wasn't going to satiate satiate you, so we decided that you could be taught to kill other kinds of animals, people who truly deserve to die.
Evelyn Vogel states that Harry's inclusion was adding his police skills into the equation and making sure the code included things like rule number 1, don't get caught. This all makes me heavily question where Evelyn is in Original Sin, since we see Dexter make it clear in episode 1 that animals are no longer enough for him. But no Evelyn Vogel is ever even slightly mentioned or shown.
Dad, these hunting trips don't work for me anymore.
What do you mean?
Animals aren't enough. These feelings I can't ignore them.
We're then shown another tape of Harry several years later where we see him telling Evelyn about Dexter killing someone else, as he goes on to explain it was a drug dealer who killed 2 customers. This guy being Dexter's apparent 3rd victim. With the context of Original Sin, it's clear that as of right now, 5 episodes in, that Dexter has told Harry about every person he's killed or tried to kill, and so far, Dexter has only actually killed 2 people, with the 3rd person escaping and dying after being hit by a car. The next victim the show is building up to Dexter killing would indeed be the 3rd kill, but he's definitely not a drug dealer who killed 2 customers. In fact, he's a much worse criminal who I believe is standing in for another character from another flashback scene in the original Dexter series with Captain Thomas Matthews, which actually leads to Harry killing himself, but that's all very contrived, so let me save that for my video about Thomas Matthews. On top of that, Harry in the recording says that for this 3rd kill, Dexter quote-unquote did something new, which was introducing the hanging up photos element to the killing. And this just doesn't add up considering in Original Sin, Dexter did that for the first time with a hitman named Mad Dog who he didn't even get the chance to kill. Things aren't really adding up when it comes to being consistent about the continuity. So if it's established that Evelyn Vogel has known Dexter since he was at least 10 years old, he apparently collected trophies even as a kid, and that she grew to know of him even up until his 20s where animals weren't enough, and so it led to the code's creation, up until his 3rd ever kill where he apparently introduced the photos aspect. Where is she in Original Sin? Are they trying to fully retcon her existence, or do you think she'll be mentioned in a future episode? Let me know in the comments what you think, and while you're down there, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see me make a video covering every plot hole or huge story change I could find between Dexter and Dexter Original Sin. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.
Tonight's the night, I need to get this right. I need to be precise with the alibi in disguise, yeah. Blood gets analyzed, I'm hiding in plain sight. I'm gonna get my slide, I don't wanna hear your lies. Because surprise motherfucker, you're dead motherfucker. Stab you in the heart, look you in your damn eyes motherfucker. Only 2 bad guys motherfucker. Didn't think that I could ever be a lover, but no way could I feel a thing when I put them baggies under.